It's time for Gardening Inside Out, a live show offering you plant advice for any space in your life. Introducing your perennial hosts, David Bates and Josh Carey.
Come in, everybody. It's Saturday morning. It's time for Gardening Inside Out. It's a tradition to join us for gardening
for those
gardening
who join
talk.
us.
Huh?
For those who join us, it's a tradition.
What else you doing at 8 o'clock on Saturday
Well,
morning?
I think you're getting ready on a day like today to get out and dig in the dirt because it's
No excuses kind
fabulous
of day.
gardening weather. Why don't we just proceed right along into that? Today is the 11th of October.
Yes.
We're approaching the mid-month here quickly. Where does it go? 78 degrees. For the
degrees, yes. For the high degrees.
For high temperatures today, 78 degrees, partly cloudy conditions, 50 for the overnight low. I guess we've all noticed this cool temps in the mornings. Tomorrow, it will be sunny, 78, 48. Monday, a little warmer, 80, 52. On Tuesday, 83, 54. Still sunshine all the way through Thursday. No mention of even clouds.
Wow.
83, 56 Wednesday, 81, 55 on Thursday, 84, 62 coming up on Friday of next week. So the first mention of even clouds in the forecast. So, I mean, that is October weather right there. There's a little, if you live in the Carolinas, maybe in coastal Georgia, a good chance of rain over there.
Good chance.
Like 100%.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're aware if you live in that area. So there it is, as you see here over Middle Tennessee and really everywhere else. It's dry conditions. So that's good. 6 to 10 day precip outlook. We're a little below normal. But we don't normally get any this time of year, so I don't know how you differentiate.
Now, we just had that great big blob of green right over where it says it's going to be below normal. Are they going to get it all today?
Cannot. I didn't create this map.
Okay.
That I detected that
you picked up on
discrepancy as well, but maybe even with that rain, it's less than they expect to get. I have no idea.
Okay.
But this is what we get from the National Weather Service. And, part of the problem is, Josh, that the government shut down.
Yeah, that's it.
So there's that. 52 degrees here at the green room here live from Bates Nursery. And, we haven't had any really much rain. We're still about 47 inches for the year. So, again, currently it's 52 degrees. And before we go further, want to take a moment to shout out to the Nashville scene and the readers of the Nashville scene for the 22nd time Bates Nursery and Garden Center.
How many in a row?
16.
16 in a row.
And Tyler's got a little thing there up on the screen. It's a little montage my bride put together. There's Sarah, Renee, and myself before we went to the get-together the other night at the Best of Nashville party. So we were very appreciative of the all the well wishes.
She's got ginkgo flower leaves on her shirt. Did you see that?
I did see that.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So thanks to everyone who took the time to vote for us yet again.
Absolutely.
We do appreciate that. We never take that for granted. So it's a lot of gratitude for all those who take the time to not only vote for us for things like this, but to actually come out here and patronize our business. Now for 93 years.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
I mean, if you come out here, you're going to see why. Not a question.
We do our best to keep a real presentation, not just of plants, but of actual talent, people that you can engage,
personalities,
people you can engage with and get to know and have a friendly gardening relationship with. We have a few examples right here in the studio.
Yes,
Austin Lowen, Caroline Gant, and behind the way there, Tyler Blankenship. There you go, Tyler. Welcome in. Tyler's the guy that keeps us on the air. He puts us on the air.
Yes,
he
he
makes
does.
it all happen. So thank you for that. And good morning, Caroline and Austin.
Good morning.
We're really glad to have you guys here in studio today. You know, we're going to one of the things we're able to do here on our little program. We're the regulars. What you see here right now, you know, we're the ones you get week in and week out. But you know, life creates up situations where one or more of us need to be away, and in the coming weeks, Josh and I will both be not
Incognito.
here. Yeah,
Yes.
there'll be others
We'll be
filling
on
in
assignment.
for us, and you know, before you know it, it'll be others as well. But the point of it is that we've got a real wealth of gardening expertise here at Bates Nursery and Garden Center, and the Gardening Inside Out in particular, which is what this show is. So we're always glad to have the input from our in-studio experts. Take it away, guys. What you got?
What do we have?
What do you got?
You don't know?
How'd you golf yesterday, Austin? You took the day off yesterday.
I did. I have an annual golf tournament that we do. The shout out Cheatham County Hall of Fame was put together yesterday. So it was pretty much a high school reunion yesterday for me. A bunch of the old guys talking, you know, football back in the day,
Ooh,
you know, all
fun.
that good stuff. But yeah, we played decent. I mean, I slapped them around. I got plenty of hits in.
You threw them
that's
in the
good.
woods, huh?
I threw some in the wood for sure. All of us did, but no, it was fun. It was good to have the day off, but it's glad to be back.
So how many games did you guys replay while you were going through? I mean, you get a bunch of old football guys together. You're going to talk about. You remember the blank game? Where I know you did. You had to do a bunch of that.
Oh, a bunch of stories flowing. That's always good.
Some of them were even true, I suspect.
Some of them barely true. They're modified truth. But anyway, no, it was good. It was fun. I'm a little bit mad this morning. Not gonna lie. My coffee is really weak. I'm not enjoying
you made it
it
yourself, didn't
I
you?
did. Well, I always make the I've always made the coffee for myself and my wife every single night before the next day. Okay. Well, my wife and my kids left me for Florida yesterday, so I had nobody at home with me last night. I didn't know what to do with myself. It was really weird, and I got the whole week to do that. So I've got to figure out the coffee scenario. I just made coffee for myself, not for my wife. So I made it like half. Did not make it strong. My coffee is gross.
Just drink twice
Caroline.
as much.
I guess that's what I'm going to have to do.
Just make it normal and drink twice as much.
So what you're saying is if your energy level seems to be a little lower than normal, that could be the culprit.
That's going to be the cause of it. Although I doubt I'm going to be any less energy.
Doesn't seem like it.
No.
But Caroline, we're going to have to get another pot going after we finish this show.
Well, I've walked you through how to make coffee here about 3 times.
I forgot.
I think now's the time that you spread your wings and fly and you make yourself a pot of coffee.
All right. Caroline, you were off yesterday too. What'd you do? Did you do anything at the house?
I did a lot at the house.
Any
Yeah.
gardening?
I did a little bit of gardening, did a lot of costuming, but the other day I did pull up all my passion flower, which I don't think we have a photo to show, but I will put it on our social media. I had not weeded that at all in this main bed of mine on the side of my house, like not one time. It had grown all the way up to the roof. It had covered my limelight hydrangeas that are like 8 foot tall, all of my prickly pear, all of my phlox. You couldn't see anything. And I got it all out. I mean, it's still going to come back up, but I pulled it down. So that was my big garden project this week.
That feels good.
It felt really good. I was very proud of myself.
You should.
And I have before and after videos for all of you to see.
Nice.
And as I think will be a theme throughout the program, given the number of photos that Tyler has been sent in advance, that the gardening projects that are
They never end.
they're going on everywhere, including at my house. So those will be coming up. Well, when Tyler says we're ready, I don't really know when that's going to be. So.
Oh,
Usually we do photos later in the broadcast,
Well,
We can spread 'em out, Tyler.
but we have a lot. So
let's spread them out.
Well, I'm okay with whichever sequence, series, whatever. But we
You've kept us waiting for a long time to see these, David.
Yes, the much anticipated photos of landscaping at my house, which I'll just put out there right now. I take zero credit for. I didn't.
Okay.
I mean, I had something to do with the plants, but as far as the arrangement and installation, we'll talk about that when we get into it. So, So, anything else going on with the
I have
consequence?
I did manage to pull up Caroline's before and after passion
okay.
flower
Wow.
photos.
So I told you it grew. Okay, not all the
It
way up
is
to Ruth
dramatic.
because that's Virginia creeper on the chimney, and that's still there. But I'm going to take that down. But yeah, you can't see the prickly pear, which looks fine once I pulled it all off.
So you can get to your propane tank now.
We can get to our propane tank so we can get those filled and have a nice warm fireplace
And
in
there
our
was a
living room.
hydrangea in there. And
Is
a
that
cactus.
vinyl siding, Caroline?
It is.
It will be behind the vinyl siding.
Oh, I know.
dear.
We're gonna take that off in the next couple years and put something else other than vinyl siding
Don't
up.
pull
but
too hard.
Yeah.
just
Trust me.
take it right off the side.
Don't.
I can do that work before my husband has to, and then we got to get to it sooner.
And speaking of husbands and wives,
Yeah.
we need to say a very happy birthday to my bride.
Aw.
She's on her final day of the Farewell to the 50s tour.
Well,
Okay.
congratulations, Diana, and happy birthday to
Yes,
you.
happy birthday.
Yes,
And,
happy birthday.
You know,
Happy
the-
birthday.
The
She's
thing
a
about
saint.
time is that it just passes, and you know there's always a certain amount of angst as the meter clicks, and as though
Mhm.
the 59th to the 60s is really.
Nothing.
You can't feel any difference,
Nope.
and I'm getting ready to go to the next generation up
Ooh.
in the coming months. So you're just glad to still be having them.
Yes.
and she is, I'm sure, as
She's a
I
saint.
will. Is she?
Yes.
Oh.
She's put up with me all these years.
Well, there's that, So we'll just let that stand where it is.
Well,
She's a saint for putting up with you.
uh-huh. She raised two beautiful daughters.
You have two lovely daughters,
Yes.
lovely, intelligent.
They're just
they have
like their mother.
a whole list of adjectives that go with all of those ladies. So
Mhm.
good on you, Josh. I mean, I can't explain it. I can't explain how you married up any more than I did, but it happened.
I'll
So,
kick the coverage for sure.
Yep.
Okay. Well, happy birthday, dear.
Yes,
I
happy
suspect
birthday.
we have questions
Yes.
out there, do we not?
We
I
do.
can barely see Austin and Caroline. You can't
It's just
tell
a big old
from-
bowl of lettuce.
You can't tell from the
Uh-oh.
camera angle, but we are almost. Caroline get a peek at eye contact
I
every.
can see you now.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to start with some emails that we got in from a few viewers. So
Okay.
we're going to start with Tesha. She
Hey,
says,
Tesh.
I didn't have help with my trees this year. What can I do? What's the DIY treatment instead of paying an arbor? The black dew is out of control, driving me nuts. So we're talking about woolly aphids here,
Oh, boy.
which Josh, we just featured his video on our page. The audio is fantastic.
And the woolly aphids are out.
They are
in
bad this
Huge
year.
numbers this year, yeah. Turning everything black, okay? Really, I think my go-to on this is let it all kind of happen. Let the leaves drop off naturally like they're going to. And then let's get a pressure washer out there, y'all. I'm not saying take a pressure washer and cut your plants, like real high pressure or anything. But a pressure washer is actually very useful when it comes to getting that black sooty mold off, because that is actually very hard to get off of,
Yes.
of stems and twigs and all of it.
The grill.
Yeah, the grill,
concrete.
any of it. It's just it's a
the
sticky
deck,
mess.
The patio furniture, the car
shingles,
hood,
the brick.
everything. Yeah.
Yes, everything. So you have to pressure wash those things. Well, pressure wash your plants too, okay? It's honestly the way to go. Crepe myrtles are real bad about it this year too, and so they get on the stems, and they're really hard to get off. So
And if you're on things like crepe myrtle or other flowering shrubs, they're deciduous.
Mhm.
You don't have to do it.
Not going to hurt them.
They're going to drop their foliage anyway. Yet if you do it and it knocks some leaves off, they're going to drop their foliage anyway. So, it might make it look a little better, and it makes you feel like you're doing something. Whether you actually are or not may be debatable.
The legendary Mr. Wu lived over near the hackberry trees, and every 3 or 4 years it was bad, and this year is going to be a bad year.
Already is, I think.
Yeah, he hated it.
Oh, poor
But-
buddy.
He lost his leaves. He came back every spring. So,
But you don't have them anymore.
No.
right?
R.I.P.
yeah.
Oh.
It's been a few years
But it
now.
wasn't because of the woolly aphids. I mean,
No.
Yeah.
So,
It happens. Hey, thank you, Joyce. She says, nice mug, Caroline. I got my spooky holiday mug going. So,
Hey, Joyce.
yeah. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning, everybody. We're getting a lot of good mornings out there.
Joyce, you're so observant.
Joy says, Joy sees all.
She does.
She does. She really does. All right. And our next question comes from Colin. Good morning, Colin.
Hey, Col.
Colin says, hey, fam.
What's up?
I have never grown onions, so can you give me the lowdown? I know that you all have onion sets. Is now the time to buy them and plant them? And what is the best way or kind to grow in Middle Tennessee? The internet has conflicting opinions, so I thought I would ask my favorite team of horticultural experts. XOXO Colin. And then he says, P.S. Please tell Austin that Austin and Kev, my lamb's ear, are doing great and are looking fantastic. Which mine is not. The passion flower actually did smother my lamb's ear.
Good. No more lamb.
That's
You know I'm going to plant more
I
or it's
know
going to
you
come
are.
back up.
Well, good. 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 Good, Colin. I'm glad your lamb's ear's great. I'm glad you're great. I had heat on the feet this morning, so that was fun. Onions. Okay, look. We have onions right now, although you don't really want to set out onions right now if you want your onions to finish. Okay, there's long day onions, there's short day onions, there's midday onions. We kind of live in that like midday onion area of the world. Okay, so there's some take a long time to finish. Now, if you wanted to plant some onions right now and just to grow, like what we would call spring onions or green onions.
Yep.
Those are just onions that you harvest early. There's nothing different about a spring or green onion. It's just something that you harvest early. So you could probably still get away with that. But you are going to plant your onions earlier in the spring than you think. Now, with most things, a lot of times you can plant potatoes and onions kind of at the same time.
Put them out first. That's all the old timers put the onions out first.
The onions are out first. Yeah, they always are. You think about your lawn in the early spring, what comes up first in the lawn? It's always those wild onions, okay, or the wild garlic. They're always coming up first. There's a reason for that. They like it kind of chilly. All right, but they're not going to finish fully if you did it right now. All right, and the problem with setting them right now, in theory, they could kind of just sit all winter, but we stay kind of wet. We've always talked about that here over the winter with bulbs, and onions can certainly go mushy on you real quick, okay? Yes. So let's wait until the spring with the onions, Colin, and then get you some. And then what you're going to do is plant them heavy. You're going to thin through the season as you need them with those good, tasty spring onions, and you'll naturally thin a little bit, and this will save room for those bigger bulbs to mature and get larger and then make a really quality big onion.
Yeah, and if you've already bought bulbs or sets to put in the ground, you could just take a few of them and plant them. You don't have to plant the entire bag, because they will, in a cool basement, in a cool, dark space where it doesn't freeze, they'll store easily over the winter. Stick them in the refrigerator. As long as they're in
probably get some greens on the top so you know which way to plant them, too.
Yeah, that helps.
Colin, what kind do you like? He followed up. What time of year and what kind? What kind of onions do you like?
I mean,
yeah,
there's tons of good onions. I mean,
Spring,
honestly, yeah. I don't know how many we sell. Probably 3 or 4 different varieties, I would assume, in the spring.
We do have a lot. I don't know what kind, but I do know I see quite a variety over there.
There's the big sweet onions, the old vidalias that we're not really allowed to call vidalias, I don't think, unless you're planting them in that area of the world. But
really, I did not know that.
Yep, it's kind of like France.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. But anyway, there's a lot of them that are like that, and that's really personal preference. You can get red. I mean, red onions are delicious.
They're wonderful.
Love
and
those.
Then Colin does say like February ? March?
February, March, probably. Yeah, like late February into early March seems totally fine to me.
Yeah.
And I talk about potatoes a little bit, doing that as well with the onions. Potatoes are actually a pretty warm, loving plant, but they can come up, suffer a frost, lose all their foliage, and then still send up new shoots from other eyes that are under the ground. So that's totally fine to do that at the same time as your onions. And you're going to have a good crop.
Yep. And
Colin, do it, man.
And that
Do it,
under
Colin.
the ground part is really important because that's where potatoes, when you cut those and have your eyes down there, they get protected from a lot of cold. So
I'm going to try the bag next year, I think.
Yeah.
Growing them in the bag.
Caroline's
I'm
done
gonna
that.
give that a shot.
Yeah, that'll work.
I have.
Did you ever dump out your potatoes?
I did. I got a ton of purple potatoes.
Why didn't you tell anybody or document this, man?
I just have a lot going on.
Caroline, you were supposed to show people you dumping out the bag of potatoes.
Well, I have dumped it and I haven't finished sifting through it, so I can get some footage of that.
Go on home, get some footage. You sifting through that potato
I gotta
bag.
leave now, so no one's gonna be here to read the questions because I gotta go find taters.
You can wait till after the show.
It is the most exciting thing, dumping out a bag of potatoes. You never know what's gonna be in there.
It's like a treasure hunt.
It is like a treasure hunt. Sometimes I dump my potatoes and there's not a lot. It's really disappointing. So you never really know. All right, let's get to another question. This one is one of David's favorite things to grow, I believe. I have 2 small fig trees someone just gave me. Should I plant them now or put them inside?
I would go ahead and plant them.
Yep.
Now, or if you want to hedge a bit, if you've got more than one, plant one and put the other one inside, because a young fig could theoretically freeze out over the winter. That they don't do that very much, but it is something that you need to be apprised of. So if you want to make sure you've got something that survives, then plant one and then plant the other one in the springtime. Now, once I've got this huge, it's called a King Arthur fig, and the last several years has gotten killed back to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And what that means is you don't get that early flush of fruit that is really the best one. Now, right now, it's back out. It's 6-7 feet tall and 8 or 9 feet wide. It's monstrous. It's huge. So they really grow fast once they start going. But I would say at least half of the fruit that's on there will never mature because we'll run out of growing season.
Right.
That's just the way it works.
Mhm.
So, if you really want to be certain, make sure you get plant one of them now and wait on the other one.
Mm-hmm.
That'll give you the best possible scenario. And the chances are they're both are going to survive.
I bet they will. And
Mm-hmm.
what would you put them in?
Well, now that you mentioned that, Caroline, and I'm
Whether
glad
it
you
be a
asked
container
because
or in the ground.
Yeah.
I'm over
Either
here
one.
snoozing on that, and that would be Earth Mix Garden Products. And when you plant an Earth Mix, you're assured of getting the best results for whatever you're planting. And, we're always working on new products, new innovations. Caroline has a special project, and I did talk to Sarah, my daughter, about that yesterday, about perhaps collaborating a bit on that, just kind of seeing what's going on with regard specifically to cacti and succulents. And that's in Caroline's wheelhouse. So she's going to be working on that.
Doing a little R&D.
Exactly.
Aw.
Going to do some, a variety of different mixes and do some test growing and go, well, we like this one the best. And hopefully we'll have that one in the coming months. But it takes a while,
Yes, it does.
because we don't just jump into it. There's a whole lot of things. We have the tried and true line that we currently have available to all at a great many locations. You can go to findearthmix.net if you want to know where those places are, and click on that. You see all the pins around Tennessee, Kentucky, northern Alabama, even way out in Crested Butte, Colorado. We've got dealers. You can be assured that each of them are the best in their area, and that's really kind of the hallmark of the resellers of Earth Mix Garden Products, is that they really take the whole process of gardening seriously, because that's the reason why they use Earth Mix. It is what we feel is the finest growing media on the planet. It's a kind of a small batch approach. We really are meticulous about replicating each batch of each product that we produce. That way, you get predictable results no matter if you buy it by the bag or in a super sack, however that you get it, it's going to be the same product across the board, all those things. So you can check out the complete lineup at earthmix.net, from Supernatural all the way to Viagra and everything in between. Check all those things out at earthmix.net. And remember this, and this is the most important part. Success in gardening begins at the ground level when you use Earth Mix Garden Products. And what is it you like to say, Josh?
I love to say it, David Bates.
Well, and you're so proficient at it.
It takes 4 things to have a happy garden:
Okay.
sunshine, water, plants, and Earth Mix.
And there you go.
There it is, Tyler.
Great work, happy.
I don't know. I had nothing to do with it.
You didn't?
No.
No, it's
Oh.
magic.
And can you, I cannot remember the name of the school in Bordeaux that Adam spoke to this week. Adam Chapman, our general manager. It was and forgive me for that. I'm remiss for not knowing that information. Perhaps we can scratch that up. But he spoke with a bunch of 4-year-olds this week. And
Oh.
they did seedlings.
His intellectual equals?
He said I walked out of there like I was floating on a cloud. He
Aw.
could have all these little 4-year-olds hugging them on the legs.
Oh,
He
man.
says
Yeah.
it was just. He said it was.
Better than a box full
He
of
says,
puppies,
it,
man.
he says it was the most incredible experience he's ever had. So
Okay. So what were we talking about?
planting seedlings. He just
Oh.
introducing the
Okay.
concept of gardening and how things grow, and he says I'm definitely going to do that again. He says it was just the best. So and my apologies again for not knowing the name of that school in Bordeaux. We'll get that out there, but thanks to all involved in that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was fun.
Mhm.
He had a
That
great
sounds
time.
like
You
a
could
good
tell.
time.
Yeah, when he came back, he was really had a gleam in his eye. It was fun.
Aw.
Nothing like talking to kids about plants, especially when they're into it.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
It's fun. One of my favorite things out here is to like pick flowers off plants and give them to kids as they're walking around. It's great.
It makes their day. I
They
bet.
love it.
Yep.
Speaking of blooms,
What's in bloom? With Austin.
We're all
Thank you,
killing each
Tyler.
other.
There wasn't a delay.
no, there was no delay. I didn't hear
It
it.
was right on cue.
All right, we're going to talk about some things that are blooming. There's not a crazy amount, but there's still some things going. I've got some gomphrena at my house still blooming, y'all. That summer loving, heat loving annual. Don't even care. It's blooming great right now. My sunflowers that I planted late, update for y'all, they're looking fantastic. They're a little bit shorter like we anticipated, but they are full bloom and looking great. Hey, the melons that are in there as well, the melons are blooming around them like crazy. Late season melons, love it. Hey, their sedum is going off right now, and bees are just sleeping on them pretty much. They get their fill and they fall asleep right on top of the sedum, so that's great. Grasses, bridge, they're going off. The muhly grass in particular, when muhly grass is good, it is great, okay?
Baby.
It's got to be in the right spot,
Yeah,
y'all. Got
gotta
to be
be-
in the right spot.
You
But-
got to have enough of them too.
Yeah,
Yes, you do. But when they're good, like I said, they are great. Your mums are going off. Caroline, I'm sure your Sheffield Pink, has it popped yet?
It has popped.
Popped!
It's blooming. Hmm.
Pop goes
It's
the
exciting.
mum.
It's not in full bloom yet.
No, but
it
it's
is close.
at least cracking. Okay, your asters still going off. Tyler, you got some of those. Hey, anemone, Japanese anemone. What's better
Oh,
in the fall? Not
Mine
much.
is like a color wall right
It's
now.
fantastic. I love anemone so much. Your pansies are going off, and if you don't have them, you need to get them, okay? It's time to have your pansies. Hey, if you have some endless summer hydrangeas, those didn't bloom off their old wood from last year because we had late frost this spring, but the endless summer collection, hey, that sends up new sucker sprouts, and they will bloom atop of that, okay? So you're getting a few of those blooms right now. That's looking great. And let's go to something we can never forget about and something that we're fully stocked with right now, and that's bulbs. Tyler, throw up the picture of the red spider lilies I saw yesterday. Lycoris, y'all, later blooming than some, but they are looking fantastic. I was at my boy's house yesterday. Hey,
Look at
my
that.
boy KG. Kyle, how you doing, buddy? I was at your house yesterday, and I got to walk around your yard. Kyle, after COVID happened, he got nuts into gardening, okay? And mainly, I mean vegetable gardening. We're going to talk about that here in a second, but he went nuts. He is super into it. He's a cool guy, very intelligent guy. He's been learning. He calls me the professor because he'll call me or text me with plant questions all the time, and I try to help him out. But those were his mom's that she planted years and years ago, but they are dense and full and looking great.
You ain't kidding.
And then speaking of bulbs, let's go to something different. Let's go to the goat. Let's go to the goat of root crops, okay? What do you think? What do you know about root crops, Caroline? You know a lot. You grew some carrots.
I did grow
You
some
got a
carrots
great
this year.
picture of carrots the
Some
other
purple
day.
carrots.
Got some root crops. Hey, carrots are great. They're fine. But you know what? I'm going to give a shout out to my boy, Mississippi George. What you know about Mississippi George?
Nothing. I
You
know
don't?
nothing of Mississippi George.
Mississippi George was an old man. I think he was
Are you
born an
telling
old
a
man.
tale?
Okay,
He
yes.
was. He's not with us anymore, but Mississippi George was great when he was around, and he wore overalls every single day. He was country, deep Mississippi.
Like
Loved
Mississippi.
it. No, not like that.
No.
He was much more calm, Tyler. He was a calm man.
Mississippi.
No, not like that either.
Mississippi.
Kind of like this a little. Yeah.
Mississippi.
But he used to talk about the goat, and he was from Mississippi, but he lived in Tennessee, and he used to talk about Tennessee. What does Tennessee grow the best when it comes to root crops? Throw it up, Tyler. It's going to be the sweet potatoes, okay?
Oh, boy.
Mississippi George loved his sweet potatoes, and this is
Potatoes.
at Kyle's house. Kyle and I saw a strange anomaly yesterday. This is his compost bin, and a sweet potato got thrown in there at one point. So, as you see the picture on the left, the foliage is taking over the whole compost heap. And then the right side, what do you see? The mother sweet potato in the ground that is literally like the size of a soccer ball. And then look at this, y'all. An offshoot popped up, and it's a sweet potato growing on top of the earth. It's not under the ground. Now, it achieved this because the weeds and the foliage were he recently weeded it, like on the edges, but the weeds and the foliage covered it up so much that it stayed so shady that sweet potato grew up above the ground, and it's not really all that orange. You see the one below it is orange. The one on top is still green. Is that not cool?
That's cool.
That is very cool.
I mean, seriously, that's really cool. And who knows how many sweet potatoes are going to be below that mother sweet potato that's
they're
actually
gonna
in the
dig it
ground.
Growing
Yeah, he's
on
going to
that-
dig it up. He's ready to dig it up. I said,
When
man.
you've got it growing in that,
Compost.
that's largely leaf compost. It's very light and loose material, and they can really expand and grow. So he's going to have a bumper crop.
He's going to have a crop this year. And Mississippi George, like he used to say all the time, Tennessee grows some of the best sweet potatoes, especially Lincoln County. Shout out Lincoln County.
There you go.
I don't even know where Lincoln County is.
I've never heard of Lincoln
Lincoln County grows sweet potatoes, okay? If you're from Lincoln County, chime in with
it's
us.
down in the south part of the state.
Yep, it is.
Uh,
And they grow excellent sweet potatoes down there. It's what they're known for. We're known for our sweet potatoes here. Y'all grow some sweet potatoes, okay? Just make sure you got space for them because they
Lincoln
take
County.
off.
Fayetteville is that right at the
Fayetteville,
center
There you
of
go.
Lincoln County.
But
That's
back in the
level.
day, I
County.
played at the Tobacco Bowl. It's in Lincoln
Down
County.
in Lincoln
Really?
County.
That
All
cool.
right. Well, keep growing them sweet potatoes. Keep doing
Way
it. Y'all grow them. They're the
back.
goat. All right.
You know
There
what
go.
else is happening, Austin?
What?
Seeing some blast blooms.
Uh-oh. On what?
The dreaded Bradford pear.
Oh.
Oh,
The
no,
pear tree, that
gosh.
is a good point. I've seen that a little bit myself. There are, yeah. And you know what else? Cherry trees are
Yes.
throwing blast blooms. We got a weeping cherry in the back tree lot right now. It's like 50% blooms.
Oh, that
pretty.
sounds beautiful.
Uh-huh. Love
Caroline, you want to maybe talk about that Joyce question we
Let's
got?
bring up Joyce's photo. So Joyce sent in a picture of her father Gila blooming in October. Joyce, mine too. I think we got all that rain and mine looked dead and now it's reliefed and it has beautiful little blooms on it. But Joyce, that is cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
Mm-hmm.
I love a Father Gila. Usually they don't bloom until early spring, like early spring.
Yeah.
And they still will. But like Josh just said, we get a little blast blooming going on in the fall. It happens. We mimic spring a little bit, and this is what you see.
Mm-hmm.
So
It
there you go.
helps you identify that invasive Bradford pear tree. So if you have a chainsaw and you see one,
There you go.
Just get your chainsaw out of your car and go cut it down no matter where you are.
And thankfully, with respect to Bradford pears, there's just not near as many of them as there used to be. I mean, as far as being planted,
Yes.
the downside of that is that the scourge of many areas has gotten into the woodland areas. It's
that's where you see them. That's where the blast.
it's
That's where they're
terrible.
blasting. Yeah.
Yep.
So go get out there with a stump grinder and grind them all out if you possibly can.
Bulldozer.
Wrangle up a posse and go
Yeah.
uproot them.
Mm-hmm.
Get them all. All right, we've got some live questions in. We did get a
Live.
little update from Donna. Donna says, "Good morning, Bates family. I'm blessed to be up and around and be able to listen to you all this morning."
Donna.
Donna, glad you're feeling
So glad
good
you're
today.
up. Yes.
Glad you're here with us.
Yes. And then Joyce says, "I planted one of those beauty berries last fall. Talk to me about pruning to make it bushier. It's a bit leggy, but blooming."
Joyce, that's a great point. And that's kind of just naturally how beautyberry kind of grows. It gets kind of long, arching stems, and then they kind of, gravity will take them down, and they'll be a little bit like
That's what
that.
makes them cool.
So over the wintertime, I would recommend you go in and you would shorten that a little bit. Okay. So we're just going to take the leg out and cut it probably about halfway back. And then you'll see a much bushier habit next spring and through the summer. And then it'll berry up again in the fall and probably
Flop over
again.
But that's what makes them cool.
That is. I mean, the arching kind of stems is what you kind of want with beautyberry. So get ready for that. But yes, over the winter, go ahead and shorten a little.
Shorten it on up. Hey, Emily Boyd chimed in and said,
Emily.
"My uncle used to grow acres of the best sweet potatoes in Lincoln County."
Emily knows. See? Emily. How did we just hit that on the head so much? From Lincoln County? Really? Emily?
Yes,
Ah,
Emily Boyd.
You just made my day. I can't
Look at that
believe
smile.
I'm so happy.
He's beaming.
I love when farmers
Coffee's
are growing.
kicking in.
Yeah,
It's
weak
kinda-
coffee
Is
or
it?
not.
I sold some drinks at Caroline's out of her spooky mug. Now I'm up.
I didn't even see that. You're so sneaky.
Uh-huh.
Now you're
Spooky.
awake. Those eyes are, yeah, you're so spooky.
You talk
right
about
now.
growing root crops. And
You can't even talk. You're so excited.
So excited. Emily, I love you.
And it's so strange. Everybody has luck with root crops except me. I mean,
Josh.
Really?
I've tried. I've tried potatoes. I've tried beets. I've tried. The only thing that really does well for me,
Turnips.
radishes.
Radishes.
I love radishes.
But they don't stay in the ground long enough. They're up and going. And
You're right.
10
They're a
days.
quick crop. Yeah. Really quick. Well, Josh, keep trying, man.
I am.
All right.
Have you tried planting them in straight magic, Josh? Magic mushroom compost?
No.
Maybe try that.
Tyler.
I did that with potatoes, and I had a great crop.
Hey,
Okay.
good to know.
Now,
Some
do
people
you
who come
plant
here-
them and keep adding layers to the top, like in a container, or what was your
No,
methodology?
I was a novice potato grower at the time, so I put them in a raised bed that I made and just
So where do you
let 'em
rank
grow.
yourself currently on potato growing
We
scale?
blow.
Moderate.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it? Intermediate? Is that it?
It works.
Yeah. But I tried landscape, which is also nice and loose, and magic. I had good results with both, but they were all just really loose and humusy, you know?
Yeah.
Humusy.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Fluffy.
Mhm.
Another adjective.
Yes.
Ploofy.
Poof. Let's
All
poof
right,
on into
let's
some
get
more
some more
stuff.
questions
Okay.
in. I have a PG hydrangea that just flops over. How do I get it to be upright?
Talk it into being R-rated.
Well, mine's PG-13.
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
And you know, everyone knows, of course, what the PG stands for, right, Josh?
Parental guidance.
Pretty
No,
good.
No, Paniculata grandiflora.
Oh, how did I forget
Now
that?
Austin knew that. I know.
Yeah, I
but-
did. Yes. And grandiflora, big flowers. Okay.
Right.
And they do. They have big flowers. All right.
And
It's
they
kinda-
have panicles. And
Yes.
So yes.
Yeah, and they're huge. I mean, they really are. So the panicle style, like your limelights, a number of them, the biggest problem is flopping. Okay. Now you can physically keep them up a little bit if you use something like some twine or whatever. Try to hide, what you're doing to kind of keep it up. You can do that if they're already flopping, But to prevent that a little bit, we do our pruning over the wintertime. Okay. We're going to get back to chunky stems. Really keep the thickest ones, take all the weakest ones, and that's about as good as you can do. Now, I do love my, spring pruning tip, and that's after they do leaf out in the spring. Top them, top every single stem, and that'll make them bush lower. It'll have more blooms. They won't be as big, and they won't flop as bad.
Yeah, it'll delay them just a little bit.
Yep.
But it's a common practice among many growers. We buy from growers all over the country where they will cycle prune different things, and by doing them instead of cutting an entire crop at one time, they will cut a third of it every 2 weeks. That way that there's always some to ship out that are in bud and bloom, and it extends the season on them. So a little insider trick there.
Yeah, that's a great point to tell people. That how do y'all think you can come out here and
Always have flowers.
and always see
There's
something
always
blooming?
flowers.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, even when it's nowhere near blooming.
Right.
But that's how they do it.
That's what they do. Yeah. And I started doing your little trick of pruning it back with my limelight hydrangeas, and it's great. They don't get so big and they bloom a ton. All right. Can I still plant perennials in October? Yes, you can. I planted like 8 different asters yesterday.
Yep.
So
October's kind of the time. I mean, this is picture perfect weather. David already told you about the weather. I mean, good Lord.
yeah.
What's
Soon
better
as the
than this
show's
coming up
over.
week? Yeah.
As soon as the show's over.
Yeah, get out there and start planting. And we have so many great things in. And little Bridget told me that we're getting some really cool straight species natives in, I believe, at the beginning of next week. So we'll have a big old native shipment in. It's going to be very exciting.
Cool.
There's always a lot going on down there in Bridget's world, whether it's perennials or grasses. She's got it going on.
She does have it going on.
Mm-hmm.
That grass section right now, I think Tyler put a picture on our on the Bates stories. It's a prairie.
Oh.
And it's stunning.
Oh, yeah. It's
A
nice.
stunning
Nice
prairie.
back there. And y'all don't be scared to just plant a pot of what looks like just a pot of dirt. Okay. We're getting into dormancy, so a lot of things are going dormant. Those roots are great down below. Okay. Just because the tops may be either going away or looking a little spotty or a little tired or whatever through the season, like your perennials are going to drop truly dormant and they're going to come back from their roots. There's been many, many a times I have planted a pot of dirt with no foliage at all. And then came back in the spring and I was happy.
And
Okay?
it admittedly might feel wrong to be paying good money for a can of dirt, but we promise you, if it doesn't come out, we'll stand behind it, but it will come out.
Keep the picture so you know where your dirt went.
Yeah, it's nice to have a little tag in there.
Put the tag in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. Lots of snails in my veggie and flower garden this year.
Gross.
Uh-oh. How can I prevent this next year?
Well, preventing it is somewhat hard. I mean, you can control slugs and snails with a product called Sluggo that we sell, which is actually very, very effective and pretty
beer.
safe. Or cans of beer people talk about for the slugs and snails. Yeah. So that's a way to kind of get rid of the numbers. I mean, the snails do seem to do that. It's like you don't just see one. It's like you'll see 100 all kind of together. I know that. My fish tank is the same way. At nighttime, whenever it turns dark, if it's real dark at night, you turn on the light of the fish tank and there's snails all on the side.
Did you
don't
put the
see
snails
them.
in
Do
there?
they run under the cabinets when you turn the light on?
No.
Oh,
But
That's
you'll
the
see them. You don't
cockroaches.
usually see them. And then you see them
How many
overnight.
snails do you have?
Oh, there's about 100 in there.
Really?
they
Yeah,
clean
we
the
keep
tank.
them. They clean it.
Oh,
They're the ones
I know
that keep it
nothing
clean.
about fish tanks.
We have not had to have, I say we, my wife takes care of the fish tank for sure.
As though you ever
But
clean it,
she
right?
rarely has to clean that thing, and it's mainly because of the snails and that nature's little cleaners. Okay,
That's
but then
cute.
on the plants they can be a little damaging,
Yes.
but that's okay. We can fix it. Get a little sluggo, put it on out, put the beer out too,
Put the beer out too. Put the sluggo out, and
and then
good
come
luck.
on out somewhere, David.
Yeah, and I'm actually ready this time.
Good.
Oh,
Yeah, we're talking about Bates Nursery and Garden Center, and read all about it. You can read all about Bates Nursery in this edition of the Nashville Sea Magazine. We already talked about it at the beginning of the show. For 22nd time that we have been privileged to win that.
16 in a row.
16 in a row. So you know what? It's we're very happy about that. But what we're most happy about is that we've been privileged to get to be in business all these years, and those numbers are simply reflective of the amount of support we get from the Nashville and Middle Tennessee community, and of course it extends well beyond Middle Tennessee. We have customers from Northern Alabama, from West Tennessee, from Southern Kentucky, from really all over, and that's because there are things available at Bates Nursery and Garden Center that simply aren't available elsewhere. And it doesn't matter what you're talking about, whether it's fruiting plants, trees, shrubs, if you're talking about ornamental grasses, if you're talking about perennials either for sun or for shade, if you're talking about shade-intensive plants that you need to have more than one thing to choose from, or anything with regard to woody ornamentals in your shrubbery around your house, all the kinds of shade and ornamental trees, we have it here at one stop, Bates Nursery and Garden Center, and it's all we do. We don't do anything else, Josh.
No.
So anyway, that means it behooves us to be the very best we can possibly be at it, and we believe we are. We've got a staff of experts that are, if you bring in photos on your phone or your iPad or tablet, and with pictures of the area you're working on, that gives us insight into what you're trying to achieve, and we can quickly get you down to a couple of good suggestions to make the choice easy, because it can be daunting if you're not out here looking at all these plants every day. I don't even know where to begin. Well, we do.
Yeah.
And we're going to help guide you to the right spots and to the right plants and help you make a choice that works good for you. The best thing about landscaping is that there really aren't any set rules. It doesn't have to look like what your neighbors are doing next door. Matter of fact, you may prefer it to look quite different.
Don't want to look like theirs.
Well, no, you want to have your own unique thing,
gross.
and that's what we offer you, is the ability to get the best information and have an experience that you're just not going to find anywhere else. So come out and see us. We're conveniently located 1 mile north of Briley Parkway at exit 19 on Whites Creek Pike. That's just minutes from Rivergate, Opry Mills, Nashville West, downtown Nashville. And no matter where you're driving from, it is worth the drive. If you live in a condominium or you live in an apartment, we have Caroline really does a great job along with Paula on getting all these containers in. You can do plantings on those areas and keep gardening going year round. If you're a Bates Rewards member, of course you are.
I am.
But if by chance you're not, we encourage you to sign up. And for the newsletter that accompanies that as a Bates Rewards member, and that is written by Sarah Bates, my daughter, and she's doing a wonderful job of that. It certainly is a thought-provoking and entertaining read every week. So check that out, either here at batesnursery.com or subscribe, and it'll come to your inbox once a week.
One time.
We don't flood you with all these, daily or multiple times a week. It's just once a week.
And you get the heads up on what's going to be on special if there's a special going on.
Right. And also the things you need to be thinking about that are seasonal in nature. So check all that out. BatesNursery.com. Bates Nursery and Garden Center, beautifying Nashville since 1932. And thank you for giving us a couple of minutes to talk about that and what we feel like makes Bates Nursery a really special place. And we hope you think the same.
Yep.
So there's that.
And that's
There
a
it
great
is.
special going that Sarah talked about.
Yes,
Buy one, get one free.
Dwarf Alberta spruce,
Ooh.
2 gallon.
And they are gorgeous.
And Christmas season is just around the corner, so they make a nice little outdoor Christmas thing. You get one for each corner of the porch, but you only have to pay for one.
That's right. And you get 2 containers too while you're out here.
Yeah.
Hey.
There you go.
All right.
What's in room with Caroline?
Amazing, Tyler. So good.
On cue.
On cue. So Tyler did the room today because both Austin and I were out yesterday.
Yeah, Caroline was like, "You're doing the room."
Great work,
Enjoy
Tyler.
it.
Good work. It's beautiful.
It is
So,
beautiful.
Let's start in the corners. We've got American Beauty Berry. Look at it popping against that dark, dark wall. So this came in yesterday, and Bridget immediately sent me and Tyler both a text with a photo saying, "Look at these that we just got in. They
You
need
got
to
to
be
use
featured.
these in the studio.
You've got to use them." Let me get my big head out of the way. Look at those little
Zooming in.
berries. Oh.
Zooming in.
Love it.
Oh, I went right in front.
They don't call them beauty berry for nothing. They
And
are
then-
beautiful.
That's right. They are gorgeous. And it's a great native. Everybody should plant it. Everyone should have it if you have the space.
It's a good price.
There's
too.
a really nice one at the Nashville Zoo at Grassmere in their garden, in their native garden area that is massive. And then we've got Snow Queen Oakleaf Hydrangea. So Tyler went with kind of a shady theme back here. And then under the TV, it's kind of hard to see as it blends in with the dark wall. We're back to the dark wall. We've got dark leaves. This is the Eclipse Hydrangea. Josh.
He finally got a theme that is reflective of our personalities.
Looks better than
Josh.
mine.
Shady.
Well, better than David's, which is non-existent. So mine looks great. Well, it doesn't look great right now. It's starting to go dormant, but it is getting big. I am a big, big fan. That was a birthday gift from Austin, so I love it. And then let's move to what we have in front. So we've got our ornamental mustard greens. I believe that's what that's going to be.
Outstanding.
Look how big that is. That would look gorgeous in a little mixed container or on its own. Honestly, like all the things on this table, you could put in a mixed container all together and it would look fantastic. And then we've got just a variety of coral bells of heuchera. Tyler did a little cleanup video of his that we featured on our social media pages. He cleaned out all of those blooms. So we've got both orange and purples over here. The heuchera, I believe, is pretty stocked. Maybe we sold a lot yesterday, but now's the time to plant it. It's a great time to feature
Great
heuchera in your garden.
foliar contrast.
I think
Yes,
I've got
it is.
caramel in between Austin and Caroline, and then the one
There's
next to
peach
Austin,
flambe, there's
peach flambe.
obsidian, and then there's
Yeah.
Georgia plum.
Obsidian
so there's a
is
lot
just
of
fun
great.
to say.
Yes, it is. It's a great word. We've got some pansies, of course, because we are stocked up back there with pansies, and then little ornamental peppers. Look at those, just spicing it up over here. Tyler's so spicy. And on the floor, we've got some massive mums that you can see kind of peeking up.
kind of barely.
You can see them.
I have a mum carpet down there.
There is a
3
mum
feet.
carpet.
They're almost 3 feet across.
It makes you want to lay down on it. It looks so soft, but don't do that.
You break your mom.
Yeah.
You'll
they
break your mums and it'll be so very sad. Oh, there it is. And look at those baskets that they're in. Wow.
Cute.
You're ready to just drop it on your porch and call it fall.
Ready-made decor.
And get your pumpkins to go with it because we got those too. And then let's move to our feature plant. Tyler loves lettuce. So we are featuring a bowl of lettuce just spinning around.
The salad spinner.
The salad
Come on.
spinner.
I get it.
Oh, Tyler, that's fantastic. So you could have salad. Put that on your porch. You can go
Yeah,
out there and cut some.
Drizzle it with ranch and just watch it go around.
Just about something.
It's like a chocolate fountain. just some
Salad
dressing
spinner.
and serve yourself. It's amazing.
Oh, I love it. It is gorgeous too. I mean, not only can you eat it, but you can look at it and just be like, wow, plants, they're stunning. But thank you, Tyler, for putting the room together. You did a fantastic job.
Great job, Tyler.
Great.
Bravo.
Great
Way to
work,
go.
Caroline.
Bravo.
Thanks
Great
for
to
leaving
work
me
at.
to it.
You're welcome.
One thing I want to mention with regard to pansies, and I know this is something that people may think we harp on it. It's not intended to be that way, but we're limited with what we have to sell based on what the growers grow, and we do get to the end of the season on pansy. So you're looking at you and you say, well, God, my summer annuals still look great. If you wait until they look bad and you want to plant pansies, you're either not going to have anything to choose from or just whatever happens to remain. So if you're thinking about doing that, you need to just do the difficult thing and take them out. A pro tip here is that when you try to pull your annuals out after they've been killed down by frost or freeze, they get slimy. It's much more difficult. So if you're, look at the calendar and go, hey, the average first frost date is between the 15th and 20th of October. That's just in. It's like less than 10 days away. Now, I don't know that it's going to happen before then, but if you want to get ahead of the curve, you need to be thinking about that now while you've got colors to choose from, because they will not last. They never do, and people lament. And we don't like to hear
Tyler looks like his choice. He's more of a pansy purist. He's not into some of the goth stuff with what he chose.
I could definitely have that.
You could go that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just like what I wanted is I love the color range in the pansy, and I can accentuate using other plants with like the blotch. I went with the American Beauty Berry, the purple, and then also the leaves in the back. So,
but these are very traditional. But you've got some very unusual colors and stuff out there
right now.
Yes, right now.
Now's the time. Come on out and get them. Hey, before we get to photos and while Tyler gets those queued up, I want to get to some live questions. Miriam says, "How and when should I prune my patio peach?"
Miriam. Patio peach. God, I love a
Shout
patio
out
peach.
to Miriam.
Hey,
Yes.
Miriam.
Hey, Miriam.
Miriam. Patio peach. Okay, so Miriam, at this point, if it's just crazy big and you have to prune it, you can certainly prune. Now, what you're going to do is prune off buds for next spring, okay? The flowers. You're going to cut off some of the flowers. Now, let's be quite clear. Patio peach throws a million blooms, okay? So if you cut it a little bit right now, or just I meant like over the wintertime, that's not that bad. You're sacrificing some. It's still going to bloom great. But next year, I mean, if you let it be this year, let it be, and then let it bloom great in the spring, and then right after that, let's get that thing cut back. I got to do that for my mother, actually. She's got a patio peach that's getting kind of big, and I'm going to let it bloom this spring, and then after that, I'm going to give it a harsh whack, and it's going to be better.
And as a general rule, most flowering things, the time to prune them is right after they flower. So, and patio peaches are not the exception.
Yep.
All right. And then Kim says, "Good morning. When can I transplant some salvia, now or late winter?" I actually need to do that. I'm probably going to do mine pretty soon, just so I can see it.
Yeah. That's kind of the thing. You can see where it's at if you don't. Now, sometimes salvia will stay poking a little bit green up, so you can usually see it. So either way, I mean, what are you doing today? Do you feel like it? If you got some time, you can certainly do it today. But if you wanted to wait until winter, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Get on out there, Kim, when you're feeling it.
You're feeling it.
You've got any time you could do that. All right. So let's get to some photos that we got from Pam.
Pam.
Which one are we starting with, Tyler? Because we got a few.
Let's
I'm reading the
do
right
the
thing.
grass one.
The grass one. All right. So Pam sent some photos of some grass. It's new construction. So, wow, that's a lot.
It's a panorama there.
Panorama.
Sure is.
That was good. Here we go. Okay. Question about grass. Okay, so new construction, hill that was washing, used straw mats to keep the erosion to a minimum.
Yep.
Did not sow grass seed under the straw mat. Do you think he could use seed now and cover with some straw and have any chance of grass seed germination?
There's two choices. There's two chances. There's a fat chance or slim chance.
Slim
Either
chance.
one of those. It'd been a lot better if you'd gotten it down under the straw mat.
buddy.
Because there's this concept in horticulture known as seed to soil contact.
That's seed to.
It's not saying it won't germinate in straw. The question is will you be able to keep the moisture at a sufficient level till those roots penetrate the seed mat to get into the soil? So, good luck.
Yeah. I mean, I think if anything's working for you, Pam, is that the weather is very good over the next week for germination specifically. So at least you got that going for you.
It's nice and dry, so you might be able to pull those mats back.
You
and then
might be able to do that.
Yes.
That's another thought. So, certainly.
So
Go
give it
heavy.
a try.
Go heavy on the seed too.
Well, no, I don't. Go heavy enough.
3 pounds?
More is not always better. You only need maybe 5 to 6 pounds per 1,000 square feet. So it's don't go
Crazy.
Don't put a 50-pound bag on a little corner. I mean, it's
It's too expensive anyway.
You're about to
It
say,
is,
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So get it at an appropriate rate and
That
get
looks like
even
a great
coverage.
place for K31 too, by the way, folks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
that
beautiful.
stuff. All right, and then
Bomb-proof.
Pam also sent a photo of some sleepy bees. So Pam says, teaching the grandkids about bumblebees sleeping at night in the flowers. Apparently, male bees, when they mature, get kicked out of the nest and have no nest to return to. So they take refuge in flowers for protection and rest at night. We even gave them a gentle touch. They are fuzzy.
Yep.
Uh-huh. In the morning, a lot of times here when it's been cooler, they'll be sleeping on the sedum, and Tyler and I like to go out and pet them.
Yeah.
Tyler likes to tell them good morning.
They like it.
There's dew on them. They're just like all wet and sleepy.
All dewy.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm like, you're not going to go anywhere, little guy.
You're staying right here. You're so sleepy. All right. And we've got a live question in from Wendy on YouTube. She says, so many mums, but no spider mums. Do they not do well in Middle Tennessee?
Spider moms.
I don't know what a spider mum
Well,
is.
they had those little spiky little
Just more
petals on them. Yeah, they're like kind of, just don't see them available very much. I don't know that they wouldn't do well here. It could be that from a grower standpoint, and
Not profitable.
well, either that or they don't have a long enough life as far as how well the flowers hold up. And if there's something that has a very short window of opportunity, they either grow very few of them or none at all. So, I don't know that that's the case, but that seems like a reasonable connection.
Where'd you see them, Wendy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did you notice that they were more predominant?
Yeah, chime in, Wendy. Let us know.
Okay, I feel like we have made the people wait long enough. We have got to see David's
Oh my
landscape.
gosh,
My God,
that
we've
is
got
true.
3 minutes, Tyler.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've been waiting all day. The customers,
I was
or the,
just-
the,
We've-
the
yeah.
I
listeners
was just
have
going
been
to let
waiting
it
3
go
weeks.
because I didn't.
David.
You can't let it go, David.
No,
You can't
we
tease
got
them.
to see this.
Throw it
Okay.
up.
All right, let's
I wanna
go-
see it.
Let's go with boom.
Okay, there's looking from the house
Hey.
out into the side yard, and zoysia side. We've got black gum, and I can't really tell what that tree on the left. Oh, we got a sweet gum over on the right, and the big fig. You see there that green blob over there. That's a fig tree. The fig tree was existing. That bed of liriope monkey grass and the hydrangeas out front was existing, and everything else is new. So shout out to two who made this possible and helped Renee greatly in the process. My brother Mark, who is a great landscape designer, and he placed boulders and got all the plants into Shannon Poland and Sun and Moon Landscape. Thank you to them for actually doing the install. And so it takes it takes a lot of labor to be able to do projects like this, and so we hadn't done any landscaping really since we moved into this house 15 years ago. So this was the first major upgrade that we had done, and it turned out wonderfully.
What's down on the end, David?
The
Far end.
On the far end, that
Got
tree
grass?
you're talking
No,
about?
the grass is in the rock beds.
Well, maybe she'll have some shots out there where we can see it a little better. But
Okay.
I don't know if there are other shots.
There's a lot. I've made a selection of about 5.
Okay, so there's the front bed. The house would be to the right if you were looking at Renee's prized roses that she that just really are fabulous this time of year. So that's kind of her little intensive gardening area that she's swapping out color in and those kind of things. So looking really nice. And we, one of the things you'll notice, we used a variety of covers. We use stone in areas, we use pine straw in other areas. And I think that adds interest to the overall landscape, along with the boulders that are strategically placed.
It's beautiful.
It is.
Oh,
wow.
That's from the house. That's actually on the sidewalk looking down the way. And she's got a couple of roses she had in those obelisk that are, but one of the roses died, and
There's a prickly
pear.
I'm just throwing photos up, David. So.
And Caroline will be glad to hear this. We're going to put crossvine in those. So
yeah,
that'll be
that's
really
gonna be-
nice. Prickly pears, of course, right there. This is along the the road on the side of the house, and
I'm saying, is that a dry creek there?
Yeah.
that's a dry creek that whenever it rains, all of our runoff goes through there. There's stepping stones that go across. So it's a very well thought out, well executed, and kudos to my dear bride, Renee, for knowing what she wanted to get, and for my brother taking that and interpreting it and getting things placed in the right spot, and to Shannon Poland and his guys for executing the plan and making it all happen. Because we did this in August,
Wow.
so it's very hot time of year, but it worked good because Shannon was available and he wasn't covered up at work, so it was from a timing standpoint that worked great. There's another shot out
that's
of
gorgeous.
seeing the sweet gum and the zoysia lawn there, so we're pretty pleased with the way it's turned out. And
I love the swoop around the lawn.
It looks great.
yeah, that's a Mark Bates trademark. He's
Swoopy.
very good at getting those flowing lines around there, making it all work. So shout out to Mark, and I believe we've actually got everybody paid also.
Oh,
nice.
I love that.
Well, everybody needs to get paid for what they're doing, and this is not a favors project. It was like, this is something that was important. So after 15 years, it was time to redo, and it's a very different look than what we had previously.
it is. It's gorgeous.
So there's that.
Nice.
We're out of time.
Wendy said that she saw the Spider Mums in San Diego. San Diego. That
A little bit different. Yeah.
yes, you can plant rocks in San Diego. And they'll grow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did y'all see the Critter Haven Gardens comment about?
Yeah, I was going to message them.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
We'll
And-
get y'all.
And
Okay.
Joyce wants to know: does Bates sell the obelisks?
Yeah, pretty
yeah, we
sure.
do.
We do have some. We don't have a ton right now,
Okay.
but
We'll have more.
we'll have more.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Hey, music means we are out of time for
We're
this
actually
edition
beyond
of
time.
Gardening Inside Out.
I mean, we don't really have a hard time, but
No.
we just
Start that
go with
show.
it.
We can go as long as we want to.
We have a
right?
fun time.
Yes, we do. We have a
Yes.
fun time. And it's all because of you guys that we come in here every Saturday morning and do
Absolutely.
this. Your participation is needed and appreciated. Hey, if you're out there on the socials, like, subscribe, share with your friends, tell us all about it, and come on out here to the nursery and pick something up. Happy birthday, my dear bride.
Yes.
Yes, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And we'll see you right here next Saturday morning for Gardening Inside Out from Bates Nursery and Garden Center in the Green Room Studios.
Buy you a salad spinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler.